Again, over here, I'll start moving it around if you're gonna do this.
God damn it, I got logged out of Roll20 again. I fucking hate it.
Anyways, hello, hi to all of our gamers, geeks, fellow D&D freaks, and welcome to Art by Players. To another session of Origin Tales Golden Age. So I am Raspy, aka Dave, and with me is an eclectic and eccentric and a slightly manic group of individuals that enjoy causing you torment, aka playing D&D. We had some fun stuff happen last time, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know while you enjoy the art coming on your screen. Last time, the party decided to investigate the wolf carcass and the runic circle that was before them on the ground after their little tussle. Drown did recognize... No, not tussle. I'm looking ahead. They investigated the runic circle that they found as they were headed towards their destination. Oh, gotta love when I get attacked by animals. So, Drown did recognize that some of the runes are similar to the other rift runes that they have run across. And not only did Drown recognize some of them, but our newest compatriot, Mizray, recognized some of the runes, but she doesn't know where from. Drown did annotate in his notes that the rift was made by someone who either created that runic circle or has mastered it. After the investigation, we did give the wolf carcass a proper burial via Roz, and proceeded to continue on their journey towards Frostreach. As they were approaching the canyon entrance to the valley holding Frostreach, and crossing over a small hake, as we've been calling it. It's bigger than a pond, but not quite what you would consider a lake. A forcefully opened rift appeared in front of them. Stepping out was an oversized Oni that communicated somewhat to Jahi, but nobody else understood what was being said. A fierce battle ensued where some damage was taken, some interesting things deigned to happen, and then at the end, Eleonora, in her bird form, snatched what was noticed, a small planar crystal on a necklace. This was ripped away. And as Eleonora flew towards Drown with this planar crystal, the Oni shrunk in size, diminishing his power. Seeking to gain answers, the party knocks the final blow. Jahi does. Sorry, Jahi gets the final blow and knocks this Oni unconscious. And that is where we are going to pick up. So, the Oni is at your feet, unconscious, bleeding, but seems to be alive for now. Some of you want to hurt him, some of you want to investigate and pry knowledge out of him. So, the stage is yours. Take it away. And I don't like this because this doesn't really give me... Yes, you have rested before this, but you have not been in combat.
Drown, does this force wall thing, can I walk through it, or is it solid on both sides? Okay. So, yeah, seeing him go unconscious, Rosalind is just like, okay, hold on, I gotta go take care of the rift.
Oh.
Okay, I don't think it's broken. Something's wrong with your wall, I can't get through it.
Yeah, that is the entire point.
Well, I need to go through it. There's still an open rift over there.
Right. You should have said something before you started running. I could have deactivated it, but I didn't react in time.
Okay, well, you've had time now. Can you, turn off the wall?
Try again.
Okay. Reaches out first. Just looks back at Drown. I don't believe you. Okay. And then just beelines over to the rift to try to close it.
Okay.
Hey, Mizray, you're over here. You can help.
Mizray is stepping back from this thing because she wants no part. This rift is not something that you are... Well, you know of it, but it's not the same. The rift itself seems to be jagged, imperfect, hastily done, or carelessly done. And as you're getting closer, you're seeing that it is slowly starting to reseal itself. As the area around is trying to fix itself. The weave in this plane is sealing itself up again slowly. The feeling of almost absolute cold can be felt as you are standing in front of it. You do know that this rift will slowly close itself and be sealed within another hour. It's not stable.
Okay. Yeah, I think if it seems like there's anything I could do based on kind of what I already know about closing rifts, if there's anything I could do to like help it along, she would do that. If not, then she's just gonna kind of like watch it and just make sure it's closed and make sure nothing else comes out.
Ritualistically, you could help it to close faster due to your training. You could spend 10 minutes to forcibly close it. Or you can continue to watch it and make sure no one else approaches. But the only thing that seems to be coming from it is the almost like the essence of cold. Not flurries hitting your face, not that brisk first cold wind of autumn going into the winter season. But the true essence of cold is leaking from this. And at the same time, you also feel something being pulled in. Whatever ambient weave is surrounding this is also being pulled in. Not forced, not fast, but almost like an equal exchange. Albeit not, well, obviously it's not normal, but how to describe it? Yeah. Like oil and water.
Yeah. She I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it's a hole torn in space is aberrant to the nature of this place. She's gonna take the time to do whatever portion of the ritual she needs to close it.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You kids have fun.
Okay. So the rest of the party does see Rosalind circle around. Yeah. Doing almost like this weird sort of dance, walking around before finally sitting down and beginning the ritual to close this rift. Because you haven't been here, I'm going to pick on you. Kieran. All of this has been happening. This fight happened, and you felt no compulsion to join in. This entire time, this sense of lethargy has hit your body. Whether it's due to the cold or being near these rifts, it is affecting you, and you feel tired. The more that this rift closes, the more awake you start to feel. And you don't know why. You feel like you should know, but you don't know why.
It's like I'm like turned internally, so to speak.
Yes.
And slowly forcing that out again. Okay. I'm really trying to envision that. But I don't know what I would do. I genuinely have no idea.
I understand. You also see another creature that you can only assume is another type of Oni, as it has similar horn structure, a slightly paler skin tone than Jahi, and obviously this one is male. So once again, you are hit with that in the back of your mind. It feels familiar, but you don't know why. a lot of these sensations are hitting you, and you're like,
Right.
what is going on?
And could you ping where on the map that would be? Like where would this creature be standing right now?
Right here.
Okay. I think in this moment of lethargy, of coming back to oneself, without even realizing themselves, they're suddenly standing right next to Drown and has their hand on their shoulder.
On Drown's shoulder?
Yeah, so it's just like suddenly out of nowhere, it's just like, what
Can
is
I
that?
help you? Hmm?
What is this?
You mean the hole in space?
Right, yes, that
It's
and
okay.
that, and point like directly towards the Oni who is are they standing? Are they sitting? Are they
They
wounded?
are on the ground,
Mhm.
unconscious. There, I put something on there so that way you can physically see.
Okay. Very
Um,
specifically,
Mm.
how were they put unconsciously?
They were knocked unconscious. Jahi, can you please explain once again how you turned a killing blow into something that knocked this Oni unconscious?
Yeah, I took their glaive and the first hit missed. So I described it as the glaive came down, the blade missed, but because the glaive is like 3 times my size, the weight carried me forward, and then the like hilt of it, you know how there's usually like a metal ball at the end of the
Yeah,
hilt,
yeah.
whacked him in the head. Knocked him
I
out.
did not expect the happy energy there, so that took me so off guard. Hmm.
Bitch
Oh.
got knocked out,
Right.
and now his glaive is mine.
Fair trade.
Right, so knocked out.
Yes.
So
Is
take
that
in the
disappointing?
surroundings as in like literally like waking up out of nowhere.
Waking up from ash and dust.
Oh no, for fuck's sake. I'll start walking towards the
Sweat my
creature.
brow.
I
Sweat
sweat my
my
rust. Yeah, I'll start walking towards them. Just making my way downtown, if you will.
Whoa.
You'll see like walking like a daze, so to speak. So if you want to stop me, you can.
He's just watching you.
Right. And I'll look to my left and I'll see Scout there. What face is Scout making right now?
A cat face.
Oh,
He's kind of thinking, strategizing. Raspy, remind me, this Oni had been shrunken, correct? He started large, then once we got the gym, he fell to normal size, and then if I'm not mistaken, someone cast
He got
reduce,
reduced.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
but
he's,
reduce only lasts like a minute though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Is he still reduced, or has he grown back to regular size?
he is the same size as Jahi.
Okay, then I guess at that point, do I recognize that he's unconscious, not dead?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and move to restrain him.
Okay. And how would you restrain him?
we'll arrive at the same time, basically.
Yeah, that'll work. Couple of knots, tie his hands, feet, and then tie those two together so he can't really do much.
All right.
Just hog tie him.
That's basically what I see is
Basically.
just very crude hog tie. Not crude, but a very improvised hog tie. You feel pretty secure that he is not going to escape his bindings.
I'll put my hand, not a finger, but my entire hand on his neck. Is there a direct pulse?
Faint, but yes. His skin is also very cold to the touch.
Without even looking at you, let's say. It still draws breath.
It could be useful.
I mean, the intention was to keep him alive so that we could interrogate.
Then
Did you not? Weren't you watching the last combat?
No. This is new.
How long have you been out?
Just look to around myself. I don't remember this space.
I realized it was a dumb question after I said it.
I don't remember it. Raspy,
Yes.
I'd like to dig a nail into this guy's neck
Okay.
and draw blood.
I won't make you roll for it because he's unconscious and his defenses are down. You sink a single nail. There's a little bit of hesitation as it's an icy, cold feeling, and the skin is slightly hardened, but you pull your hand back, and on your nail is this light bluish blood.
Does it feel like it has the same pull as a normal blood?
As in giving off the essence of life that you are normally used to? Yes.
Okay.
Albeit, it'd be like the difference between drinking tap water and carbonated water.
Well, let's try that, shall we? I'll just put the finger in my mouth.
Ew.
It's like a menthol, like a breath
No,
mint. Like
This guy's blood is carbonated.
oh shit! He should have died like ages ago.
I need
Let's
you
just take a
to
shot.
make me a quick wisdom saving throw.
Let's do it. Fuck it, meatball.
Carbonated blood.
27. It's a natural 20.
There is less of a voice and more of a sense of the being you communicate with.
Hmm.
A sense of surprise and familiarity and
Mhm.
intrigue, with a slight push to maybe have some more, just to be safe. But it has the blood itself is still cold, and yes, it would have basically
Wait,
almost like a menthol flavor. Yes,
The blood is cold.
the blood.
It's
is
not
cold.
coagulated, but it's cold.
It's cold, not
Fucking wild.
coagulated.
Take that, do the little motion. And I'll stand back up. It's not what I was looking for.
For future reference, I don't recommend just putting random things in your mouth like that.
That's
you
what
don't
she
know what
said.
diseases this thing had.
What if you had some kind of disease?
I just said that.
I would have tasted it. It's alright.
We know you're anemic and all, but like this puts it all into a new light.
Hmm.
You're sure you're not a vampire?
No, I'm not a vampire.
Inside check.
Are you a mosquito?
You can give an insight check if you don't believe him. Go ahead.
Right. What is that? Do we do the classic, like, what's, like, persuasion
Yeah,
or deception?
11.
My choice?
So you can either be persuasive or you can be deceptive. If you
Okay, we just-
believe you are not a vampire, then persuasion.
I'm gonna roll this, like, with an actual dice then. Hold on. What's to say? How much would you roll? 11?
11, not high.
Yeah, it's a 21.
It's gonna be one of those kinds of days.
Mhm.
It's one of those days.
No, you get the feeling that like the answer that I gave you, so no, not a vampire. It's like there wasn't even a thought behind that. So as vague as that is.
Are you a mosquito?
Neither. But not about me, but this thing, this creature. What are your plans with it?
Talking to me.
Yes?
Um,
It's so
as of
cute.
right now, obtain information. Afterwards, we will see.
Hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, it has at least some sort of information that will be helpful to us.
Hmm.
Whether it is about the rifts, about the Oni that we are walking into, about the village or city that we are coming upon, how to navigate the mountains and what to watch out for, something along those lines.
Well, if you need it alive or awakened up, let me know. I can assure you that I can do it.
That will help.
Kieran, you wouldn't happen to have access. Actually, no. What did you say? I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
If you need it awakened, I can do that for you.
Oh, so you have speak with dead.
Right, no, that's not something I can do. They're the more medical persuasion.
Speak with blood.
Yeah, technically speaking, yes.
Huh. Never heard of that one before.
Well, I mean, I used it before when you said like you needed to go something that direction. Yes. That's speaking with blood. Anyway, yes. What are we doing with this one?
As of right now, we're waiting on it to wake up. In the meantime, Raspy, I would like to use a primeval awareness and just see if there's anything else around us that we've got to be careful of.
Okay. Once again, that sense goes out. Lingers for a brief moment on the addition of this other Oni. There is a very faint, almost a distant feeling from the rift. And as it expands and expands and expands, nothing.
Cool. Do I even sense the demon that TRH summoned?
No, that guy's just running away.
I would say at this point he's on the very edge of where your sense
6
goes.
miles?
6 miles in like 40 seconds. Let's go, baby.
Just
Brother
took off.
has the fastest
That would have been at least a minute.
dash in the world.
I would say he's about 2 miles away. I'll give you that one. Maybe not 6.
Brother has broken the sound barrier.
I mean,
Go.
Yeah, sign that boy up for the Hell Olympics.
yep.
Yeah. I saw that he had his running shoes on when I summoned him, so I mean, I guess he kind of mid jog.
At least he was prepared.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, I will kneel back down, look at Scout, and say, "Well, are we doing this then?"
I suppose so.
I'll jab my finger into the hole that I made earlier and just cast Cure Wounds. And so
Joey, if
Your
you wouldn't
finger
mind
gets
sending
stuck.
waiting for.
it's 5 HP to this guy.
Your finger gets stuck because the wound closes on it.
It'll pulse like a black ichor spreads right through.
Is that how people get tetanus?
Hmm.
I think
wouldn't
that deals
know.
with metal.
1 second, guys.
Yeah, do it, dear. I guess I figured it out.
Guys, give me a quick 2 minutes. I have the youngest of my pixies that needs to be tucked into bed. So talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back.
Jahi, are you translating for us? Is Jahi here?
Imagine not being able to tuck yourself into bed. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
L skill issue. To be fair.
Skill
Plus
issue.
ratio.
Health ratio plus skill issue plus model plus. L plus cope and seed plus.
Okay, ask your question again. You had healed him. You cast Cure Wounds. What does that look like?
Well, I jammed my finger into the hole that I made in their neck,
Mm-hmm.
and you will watch as like a. Well, I mean, if you're watching close enough, I guess you'll watch as my kind of my eyes are normally flaring like a soft glowing red. They'll flare like a little black that goes like down my own veins into my arm, into the finger, and just pulses right through him. And he gains 5 hit points.
And he groans, and then you watch as first it's almost like he's trying to stand up, and then realizes that he's bound.
As well, like the moment he starts to move, it's like nah.
What languages do you speak?
Boy.
Boy language? Wow.
Common, Infernal, Primordial, and Undercommon.
Boy.
So then it's not only Jahi that would understand him, but you can kind of understand him because of he's speaking almost like a variant of Infernal due to his Oni lineage. Release me, insects! You dare! As you put a little bit more pressure on your finger right in his neck. Witch! You dare touch me?
Just look at Scout. It's talking back.
Feisty.
Some of them turned it. It's I don't think it understands I have like his finger on his pulse quite literally.
Probably not. It didn't seem that bright. Ask it what it knows about the lens, surrounding lens. We'll start it there.
I'll sort of like sit down next to him really awkwardly, like there's a finger still like that.
But
And-
first, make sure it understands that we are the difference between life and death.
How far should I take it?
As far as we need to.
Right, so I'm guessing that like it speaks a form of Inferno, so it's not the exact thing, but like not exactly one-on-one, but like broken enough that I can make him understand.
The more he talks, the more you pick up on the nuances. It's almost like, again, that familiarity. And the more he talks, the more you pick up, and you don't know why. Well, you and I above table know why, but
Yeah.
in this instance.
So, I don't even have to do my accent because it's in a different language. Listen here, you fucko. I don't think you understand what's at stake here.
What's the infernal word for fucko?
Rangi, how do you not know that? Like, I don't think you understand what's at stake here. I don't think that you can literally feel. I'll push the nail further into his skin. One movement, and you are not on this plane anymore.
Do it then, witch.
No. We don't go that quickly. You're gonna tell me exactly what was the thing you precisely wanted to know again, just for reference sake.
Just to start, we'll see what it knows about the surrounding areas.
What is all this? Tell me. What is this area we're in? Why are you here?
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation check, your choice.
Can I give him advantage as I start fiddling with a dagger? One of the poison daggers that I have.
The flicking.
Yeah. Cleaning my nails out with the edge of a knife.
Of course. Okay. Okay. So then there's 3 of you that understand it. Okay. All right. Okay. I got you.
But can we
Go
get
ahead.
the
Yes.
advantage?
Yes. I will give you
Are
advantage.
we doing?
You have a finger right on his.
Okay,
jugular
we're doing
inside.
intimidation. That makes more
Oh
sense.
yeah, no, we're doing intimidation.
Yeah.
There's no other way to go here.
Animal handling, of course.
23.
23.
Medicine.
With a 23,
Fair.
you can see you can almost see the thoughts racing behind his eyes, and with a gentle little deeper push, there's a
Just as easy. I brought you back. I can put you down. No, words. Come on.
we seek more.
Mm-hmm.
This realm is ripe for the taking, and the other realms are too.
Go on.
They will know
Go
I'm
on.
missing. Release me, and
They will
maybe
know it.
I won't tell them about you.
I'll switch around. Right, so I guess they're colonists of some kind. They're scouts, literally. No joke intended. Either they're trying to get something here. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but so who are they?
Where is their camp?
And where is your camp?
I am of the clan of the Wrathful Storm, and we are
Wrathful Storm.
everywhere.
They're everywhere. I'll look around. Do I see them?
You don't see anything.
Right. So you're lying on your arse?
I do not lie, witch.
Okay. I'll at that point look at Scout. It's like, right, he's not very cooperative. Do you have your permission?
Say less. I will take my dagger and start coercing him. Interpret that with what you will. I'm trying to stay within bounds here.
Okay.
We're going to quote unquote inflict wounds, if you will.
You're going to inflict wounds. Roll a d4 to see how much damage. He's at 5 hit points right now.
Go ahead.
Un momento.
We can do this all night.
Roll low. Damn it.
You watch as Kieran, you watch as you said it's a poison dagger?
Let me figure out. It would be the jungle's heart.
Okay.
I'll use that one.
So as the pulse of poison rushes through, you watch as the skin, Kieran, gets paler and he slips back into unconsciousness at 1 HP.
The moment it happens, I pulse another cure wounds into him. Just like,
Welcome to waterboarding D&D style.
Oh wait, I can use the jungle heart to heal him too if we need.
oh, lovely.
Oh, okay.
7 HP.
So like that, and then he jerks awake.
Wakey, wakey, shiny makey. I think it's mad.
Good.
Mm. So, you said they, so something storm fuckers. I'm not entirely familiar, but who's your leader?
My clan chief.
Okay,
Chief.
lower your tone. You don't have to shout. Go on.
Chieftain Ragnarok.
Chieftain
More powerful
Ragnarok.
than you will ever comprehend.
Did he say the name was Chieftain Ragnarok?
He said the name was Chieftain Ragnarok. I kid you not.
Pretty.
You
edgy.
understood that one, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming
Yeah,
you're
that
like
was in common,
translating
I don't
as
know
he's
why.
speaking.
That wasn't in common, Jahi. I've seen you move your token over there. Has Jahi actually walked away, or is she paying attention at this point?
No, she didn't really want to be involved, actually.
Okay, I'd like you just to make me a perception check just to see if you actually pick up on any of what is being said. The words wrathful storm elicit a memory. The memory itself is of running, fire raging everywhere. As you, a very young you, is running from these terrifying and large pony of assorted colored blue skin, and the chanting of Ragnarok, Ragnarok, and the wrathful storm.
Yeah, no, that's just a band name.
It literally is.
I try to do something
look-
fun,
No, it's great. It's great. Go on.
and
They're just trying to book a metal gig.
Yes.
that elicits that memory from when you were young, possibly how you found yourself in this realm. Do with that as you will. But that,
Have you ever seen a cat whenever they're really mad and how like their little hackles go up? I would say that she has a similar reaction whenever she hears that. Just keeps a straight face, is really, really far away. Only like just suddenly becomes like a lot more like poofy. That's it. That's all.
okay.
Yeah, John is also gonna walk a little bit away because he doesn't really approve of torture. Weirdly enough.
We're not torturing him.
Ah.
It's at this time,
getting there.
Roz. It's at this time, Roz, that you feel the last bit of pressure from the rift close as you finish your ritual. And you open your eyes, and it is gone. And behind you, coming out of your trance, you hear the screams and growls, and
He wouldn't be screaming.
well, maybe not screaming, but the growls and guttural language of Infernal being said along with snarling. Seems as though they're trying to get information out of a now awake Oni.
Where did he say that his campsite was? Or their campsite was?
I haven't even asked.
Hmm.
So, tell me, this is the only place you've invaded?
Kill me. I will tell you no more. Which?
With pleasure. I will, if he asks, look towards Scott. He wants to be killed.
Fine with me.
Sounds like a good day.
You can bring him back, correct?
Yes.
Ah, perfect. I kill him.
Quick slash. Lifeless.
Whenever you're ready.
The only difference between any other murder you would normally do, Scout, which is the weirdest sentence I've ever said in my life, is that the blood does not spill out, but rather I'm just holding my hand up and it's staying right there. With my other hand, though. Once again, massive hole in my chest. I don't know what kind of clothes I'm wearing in this winter wonderland, but pull out my own blood and sort of like pushing it in. I'm taking a bunch of damage for this, but we'll see.
We'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah, I will explain it to you. Not that difficult.
I'm sure when time comes.
I take boy. Oh, okay. That Jesus. Thanks. Some bunch damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you watch as the blood sort of like I cut myself when it starts bleeding, and I just let it happen while having a conversation with you, and then sort of push the blood out into a little ball, combine it with his, and this weird combination of red and blue, and I just push it into his throat. And we watch as like this like almost pulse, and I put my own hand on his throat, and again this black pulse comes down my arm. And I look to Scout. Are you ready? What question should I ask him next?
He didn't. Did he answer? He didn't answer where his tribe was.
No,
Yeah.
no. He didn't answer
That is
what
probably the
other
most
places.
important thing for us at this point in time.
Right, the most important thing. Okay.
That and I mean, if he knows where the rift is that they're trying to cause, that could be
The
useful as
rift. Right, so not this one.
I don't believe so. The way it sounded like was that there were multiple people at the other, and this one just happened to appear here. We were looking for the larger of the more substantial. I should
So you're
say, of
saying
the-
this person was literally the most unimportant person of their clan, and
Quite
randomly got
possibly.
sent here.
Quite possibly.
Okay. Okay. And I'll just let the spell go, and I push the pulse into his body.
He may not have as much information as we would like, but let's see if we can get something from him.
No.
And in common, because I don't speak the language. So what was that about dying first?
You said that to him, right?
Yeah, to him, because I don't speak his language, but
Yeah.
he wanted to die. Here we are.
Welcome back. In common.
what you must, witch. I will say no more. Kill me 1,000 times. 1,000,000 times. I will betray nothing more. He just stares at you.
I'll look him straight in the eye, because I'm like hovering above him. And I say in his own language, look at me. Look at me. And if he doesn't want to look, I'll force his face towards me.
He glares defiantly into your eyes.
What do you see when you look into my eyes? What do you see when you look at me?
Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
Very good.
Is this like a speak with dead thing, or did you bring him back to life?
No,
Brought him back to life.
killed him and then brought him back to life.
Okay.
All right.
17.
He was unconscious, woke him up, killed him, woke him up.
Average Tuesday night.
Yeah, average Tuesday night.
Shia LaBeouf.
With
Oh my
with
God.
a 17.
I want him to just look in my eyes because there's nothing there.
You see his eyes start to open, and recognition, as well as intense fear. And he whispers a single word, one that you and I need to discuss and come to an agreement with for reasons.
Okay.
And he just is like a deer in headlights. He does not speak, he does not move, he's barely breathing. His skin is almost as pale as snow at this point. He's no
Right.
longer struggling against his bonds. He is like a lamb before a lion.
So that's what you see.
Very hesitant, very slight nod.
So, where are you from?
You know
Because-
where.
Hmm?
Home.
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 And this one's gone. And point towards the portal. Where's the other one?
I don't know.
Where's the other one?
I don't know.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
Oof. It's a 9.
You don't believe that after this revelation that this creature would dare lie to you.
Hmm.
I simply followed my orders.
I'll ignore him and look towards Scout, and you see this completely expressionless, emotionless face. He doesn't know.
Doesn't know where the camp is?
He doesn't know where the camp is or where the... He doesn't know anything, this guy, really.
Makes sense. If you're forming a rift and don't know what's going to happen with it, you send the one that isn't the best, most important, or smartest. Alright, I can handle him. Where are we headed next? To the village? Town? City? Whatever we want to call it.
I'll look around and see what the others are doing. I'm guessing that's an open question towards everyone.
Yeah.
Drown's like closed his eyes and is not watching. He's not listening either.
Oi, where are we
He's a
headed
little bit
next?
squeamish. Towards the rift? No.
Well, we don't know where the rift is exactly. So it's either
Did-
we try to find it again, which I was unsuccessful a moment ago, or we head to the town.
Yeah, you see Rosalind's there just kind of like standing where the rift was, just like just kind of staring at the two of you with just like a you can almost see like a glint of like flame in her eyes as she's just kind of like glaring at you two. And Raspy, you'll have to refresh my memory because last time I asked for directions, it didn't go well. When we first picked out this rift, did we get a sense that it was at the town or near the town?
You get the sense that it was in this area. What happened is it opened before. You were getting the sense that something was trying to push through into this realm. And what happened is you were...
Okay, so the thing we're tracking was this rift that opened just now?
Seems to be, yeah.
Okay, so then we have no idea where to go. Cool. All right.
No, aside from you do know that Frostreach is about a half day's travel from you right now. Crossing this pake and going through the valley and coming upon Frostreach.
Yeah, just kind of staring. So, well, this was the rift we were tracking, so unless we have a way to find the actual Oni, I'm kind of at a loss. Guess we can go to town.
Well, they don't ping with my awareness. Siren? That's how you pronounce it, right?
Kieran or Siren. doesn't
Kieran?
matter.
Kieran? Would you know how to track the Oni? We got their general sense of direction from you earlier in the beginning.
I can try again. And again, because I'm literally, my finger is inside of his body, can I just do blood reading and see if I can sense anything akin to this person in, God, a 1 mile? Or it's like the weird thing, but like within 1 mile or within 100 miles? Literally, and a general direction. Is there anything like that particular creature?
For the intense, like, pinpoint 1 mile, you don't sense anything. The lingering effects of the rift are
Right.
almost either masking or erasing whatever scent you could find, whatever pull. Within 100 miles, there are a vague, almost like if somebody was slightly pushing onto the bubble of your awareness from various places in the far distance. Slight. Like there are
Yeah, it's like,
intrusions.
what direction though?
You're getting
What'd
some
you say?
from the north, the east, the west, the south.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You're getting slight pushes, like something, or someone, or someone's are quite possibly doing exactly what you just witnessed.
Right, so from this, I get the feeling that this little portal wasn't the only one, because they are literally everywhere. You can see like the...
You would have figured that'd be something that I could pick up, but sure.
It's long miles away.
Hold on, so that way I don't get yelled at later. Roz, what is the limit of your sense?
Nah, you're the one that told me I could sense rifts.
Yes, and I did say that you would be able to sense them the closer that you are there. You were picking this up.
I mean, I sensed this one from 4 days away, and it hadn't even formed yet.
Then
So you tell me.
the intense.
Bazinga.
I'm gonna bazinga all of you. The intense pressure is not anywhere near you. The epicenter of your sense is not picking up things, but on the very, very edge, you are feeling them just as much. It's different. For you, it's a slight pressure or absence of pressure, depending entirely on what is being opened and how it is being opened. But it's like feeling a very, very, very soft and gentle breeze hitting at you from different places. It's hard to pinpoint. But now that you know and you've experienced this one firsthand, it's starting to lock in on your sense that there are more. But there's not any in the immediate vicinity. So for you,
I'll be right back. I got pineapple in my eye.
Damn. What a way to go.
How the fucking man is that?
I don't know.
07, it's
I'm
over.
I'm sure the juice just flashed.
So yes,
It's a whole pineapple.
a whole pineapple, straight spines and all.
Yes.
So yes, I don't want to take that. I don't want to take that from you. In my head, I had a different sense of your sense of a rift, but since we have not quite fine-tuned it on both of our ends, it's like that breeze, and it's coming from very different directions. So when you stop, it's like you turn towards one, and then you feel one behind you, and you whip around, and then one's from the left and one's from the right. One seems to almost come from like above you, and you swear you look up and you don't see anything. Goosebumps.
Kieran, ask him where they were planning to go. From the sounds of it, it's some sort of invasion. They had to have been convening somewhere. And I figure the town is the best place, but it may not be on their list.
Right. I will ask him that. I have a question though, Scott. You mentioned that you had these little vials, yes?
What you mean?
You mentioned that you had these little vials that could keep temperature.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
correct?
I've got a couple of those.
Right. Raspy, have I had any idea that this Oni figure speaks any word of common?
He doesn't seem to recognize any common.
Okay, perfect. Because then I can actually
Well,
speak my
it's-
plan out loud without like.
I
So
mean, it seems as though he picks up on body language, as you were able to intimidate him not only with words,
Well,
but
yeah, but I'm just trying to keep it neutral. We are gonna let him go.
Say that again.
We are gonna let him go.
We're going to.
Yes,
All right. I had another plan, but can fill me in.
this is the idea. I'm gonna take his blood. We're gonna let him go. And at any time when we wanna check on him, we can scan his blood and we can see exactly where he is.
Let me. I have something that can work as well. Although we may not want to use
What's
it
your plan?
if this'll. How long will you be able to use that blood to track him down?
As long as the blood's not dry enough. So as long as your vials are able to
As
keep
long
it
as
fresh.
keeps the temperature.
Yes.
Right. Then yes, my hunter's mark is good, but it will not last that long.
Well, it's a good idea to keep him on the track for a while, so let's do both.
My hunter's mark, as of right now, only lasts like an hour.
Mm.
At third or fourth level, I can do 8, and then at 5th level, I can do a day. So like, it's not that worthwhile right now.
Right.
The,
Just get it today. I'll ask him the question. So, Mr. Fucko. Once you were out of this portal and into this realm, what was your plan? And where were you convening?
told to return. Once we breached into this realm and report back.
To Ragnarok.
Yes.
Okay. And why do I sense... I'll look him straight in the eyes again. Why do I sense all your brethren exactly 100 miles that direction? That direction. That direction. That direction. Like pointing out the, I'm obviously lying exactly, but like pointing out to him like that I know exactly where his kin are.
It is not my place to know the plan of our great chief and the priest. But this realm has resources which you know of, Great One, that are worth plundering.
And say, if one of your portals doesn't work, then what? How do you get back? How would you get back right now?
You watch as he quickly glances over towards where the planar crystal necklace is, and then looks back at you and doesn't say anything.
I see. I'll wiggle the little finger a little bit more. I've put something in your bloodstream. If you disobey one more time, it'll carry on to any of the same blood type. Do not disobey me. Anywho,
Are
turning over to
you real fast? Are you telling me
Mhm.
like what he's saying about
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, giving you the information. Yeah.
counterpoint?
Mhm.
What if instead of just letting him go, we take him with us into wherever the hell he's from? We don't have an exact direction right now. Going through this would have him be able to lead us directly to Ragnarok. That would
Fair
give us
shout.
direction.
Fair shout. Huh.
I mean, but if he doesn't know where they are, then how's he gonna lead us anywhere?
He said they were going to report back. So, from what I'm understanding with this, they're not in this plane like we thought they were. They were
Yeah.
popping through into this plane via the rifts.
To find
So,
something. Yeah.
He knows where they are on the other side because he was supposed to report back once they had crossed over. So if we use the gemstone to go back through wherever he's from with him and have him lead us to where he was supposed to report back, that's something for us to do. That gets us a little further into the story of like how these rifts are being created, what's going on with all that. Theoretically traps us in another dimension, but that's a problem for another day.
Above table. This is a
Of
very good
course.
idea. We have all the skills to solve this issue.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
do you?
this is above table because otherwise we don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what we're doing here.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to get a gauge on the group's idea and like thoughts on that, rather than just be
quick
like,
intermission. You guys,
let's do
here we
it.
go.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Kinda
That's a good point. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break right here while you guys can discuss, and I'm gonna go and tuck people in and do everything else like that. So, quick intermission. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
damage
What's
space
what's the hit?
network.
What's the AC of the sky, guys?
The AC of the sky is 35.
Oh shit!
So, good job.
Get rid of
Good,
them.
good luck trying to get that. So, welcome back, everybody. Yeah. So please continue. You
Well, we really did not come to a decision just yet, but
No, you didn't have the conversation. But again, this is
Oh, we did.
you were discussing whether or not you were going to keep him alive.
Nit, I think we're keeping him alive no matter what at this point.
it's too
but-
useful.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll say it in character, and that'll give us our springboard. So here is a wild thought. What if we were to use the gemstone over there to go back through into wherever he's from, and have him lead us to Ragnarok?
Hypothetically, could be a great option, but I'm not so sure if our friends are into that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I just closed that thing. We're not opening it back up.
So what I'm hearing is that you could close it again.
I mean, they
Well, if
close
you
on
close
they close on their own eventually, but that's not the point. Having them rip open it all is bad.
Right,
Yeah.
but can't you close it behind
So-
us?
Then hundreds upon hundreds of them over the course of millennia, because we do not go and stop it now, would be very bad, correct?
Well, yeah, but that's kind of what we're doing in the long term. We're trying to stop these people, but if you're just gonna rip them open yourself, that kind of defeats the point.
So, are you scared to get out of a job?
What? No.
Hmm.
No, I want to stop these guys as much as anybody else. I just
Would it not
Indeed.
make the most sense to cut the head of the snake off first? Instead of waiting for them to come to us, opening however many rifts. Assuming we're in the right spot
Well-
when they do come through.
Right, but you're making this assumption that we can, one, open a rift just willy-nilly. Two, go in there, find the Oni, so it's a gamble in and of itself. Three, we have to beat a potential army. Just the how many party members are we again? Five, six,
Five.
five, yeah.
5, 6,
Just the five,
Six, including
just the six of
including,
us.
yeah.
I
mean, from what I
without knowing what the fuck we're going up against.
yeah, from
So-
what I
Dumb.
can from what I can tell, they can only come through one at a time every so often. They're not. I mean,
Except
there's a-
there were a bunch of them, according to Kirin, that
They-
all came through at once.
Yes, apologies.
Just in different spots.
There is different signs of them. You can probably sense them as well.
I mean, yeah, I can. But like I said, they're small.
Yes, but the thing that's so difficult, right, is that they're scouting our place, but we have no information on them.
But you're suggesting going into their home.
Yes, just like
cutting
how they
them
are
on
doing
their
to us.
turf.
Just like
No,
they're
no,
doing
not
to us.
fighting.
And
And
here we're fighting on our terms.
Not fighting them.
here we are not fighting on our terms, even then. They come through when they like, where they like, and do what they would like, as long as there is no one there to stop them. Which is, at this point, complete chance. Huh?
Right, but we have the home field advantage. We know the layout of our own lands, no?
Until
Well-
they've gone through enough to know it better
Well-
than we do.
Hold on, did you guys even, while y'all were doing all of that, did you even think to ask him how he got in? She comes up, kind of looks at him, and she's like, "How are you guys opening these rifts?"
I'll directly translate it for you. Like,
Like,
answer the
scramble
lady.
translate.
It's open from. I'm talking. It's open from the other side.
Yeah, that's not the answer to the question. It's how.
How?
I
How are
don't
you doing it?
understand the mystics' ways of how they use their magics. to
The
get-
mystics ways.
How?
You have mystics that open these rifts?
Like you, witches. Manipulation of magics.
Uh-huh.
There's no one on this side, though. How are you getting back?
Again, eyes flash towards the crystal, and you watch as he licks his lips nervously. We were told to break the crystal to return.
And pray tell, where does that crystal take you then?
Raspy, can I do a history or arcana or something? Does that sound like, because like in my head that's not necessarily like breaking open a new rift, that's just like teleportation almost. It's almost like what is that freaking
Mind shift?
spell? Kind of. It's more like there's a spell that literally creates a fixed
Gate?
point that you can just teleport to at any point.
Gate?
No. It's a cleric
Teleportation
spell.
circle?
No.
Planar.
Anyway, don't worry about it.
Anyways.
There's a spell that does
The
that.
teleportation spell.
Yeah. It basically you pick a point, and no matter where you are, no matter what plane you are, you can always teleport back to that point.
Yeah. Fuck. What is it called? Go on.
Yeah, I'm blanking on it
It's
anyway.
very
But
difficult.
anyway, does it sound like something like a teleportation thing, or does it sound like breaking that stone would make another rift? Can I do a check on that?
Make me an Arcana check.
Word of recall, I think.
I think so.
Something similar to that.
14.
You know it has something to do with teleportation. How it actually does it, you were unsure.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the way back. It's not opening a rift, so I'm a little more open to it. But it also sounds like it's a one-way trip.
Also, that does beg the question: is it for one person, or would we all be through?
I would assume so. If that necklace is the thing, then unless he's got a bunch more hidden on him somewhere, it's a one-person, one-way trip.
Drown, you wouldn't happen to be able to cast Identify, would you?
One second, he just opens his book and starts flipping through the pages.
Jahi. Question. Are you like still like far away, or are you closing in?
I guess I can get closer.
Hmm.
Not too close though.
No, I'm not looking at you. I'm just saying. So, are you familiar with this clan?
Once again, her like little hack will start to raise up. No.
No.
Oh, make me a deception check.
They didn't call for insight.
Well,
No. You
but if it's a
asked.
blatant lie, then
And
I mean,
I need you to
my-
make me a deception check because it's
my
a blatant
pa-
lie.
my passive insight is 17, so
Yeah, mine's pretty damn close.
mine's
Yeah.
14. So
I
think
say-
everyone got that.
I will say that you know that there is something that Jahi is not telling you. It's up to you if you feel comfortable pressuring her to speak.
Well, I'm not looking at her, but I guess in the tone of voice.
In the tone of voice.
Yeah.
Jahi, might I remind you that every bit of information could be the difference between our lives living or dying. If you know something, it is important to speak up.
yeah.
What I want to know is not so much what you exactly know about this clan. That does not matter. It is accents change. It
If you could change your fate.
would you? There you go. Thank you.
There you go.
What I so want to know is if we are going to this portal, if we are transferring ourselves, what kind of place can we expect?
She's like kind of sticks her arms out and looks around. She's like this, but lava and fire.
Is it hell?
Lava
In
and
other
fire.
words, a barren wasteland. And then she kind of pauses for a second. She's like, well, it kind of depends on what level you end up at.
The hell?
Are you
There's-
from the fucking drown that cuts himself off?
You didn't you
Levels?
That?
Right, what do you mean by levels?
Well, there's different, and then she kind of starts stacking her hands on top of each other. There's like different levels.
Yeah, I mean, different levels is kind of self-explanatory. Not gonna lie.
Raspy, I don't know if you approve of what I'm doing right now,
I
but
haven't stopped you.
alright. I'm going for it. I wrote so much lore about this shit.
I'm giving Ross the stink eye, by the way. It's so bad.
So,
Aaron,
like you're
You have one
going
of the vials, by the
down,
way.
like you're
siphoning.
going down like a staircase. The further down you go down to different levels. Some levels are worse than other levels. Typically, the deeper you get.
Hmm.
So you just gotta hope that you don't end up,
Okay.
the
And
bad
what level are you from then? I'm not familiar as such.
Oh, and then she kind of like sticks her hand up. She's like, I'm for one of the higher levels. It's not as bad there. Still pretty bad.
So, fire is okay.
Drown raises his hand.
Hmm.
I just want to mention I don't have identifier prepared for today.
Well,
I don't know what
mean,
identifier does.
we've kind of hit a wall with that one, seeing as how we can't really. I mean, the portal idea was great and all, creating portals notwithstanding, but we kind of can't do that.
It depends on what this necklace is. If it is a true teleportation thing, or if it is a one-time for one person. Being
Considering you
stranded,
break it, I'm assuming it's a one-time for one person type of deal.
that is
Yeah,
my
and-
thought, but identifying it would give us an idea, and at the very least, it is something that we could keep in our back pocket.
Yeah, it's also, like I said, a one-way trip. I really don't want to get stuck there, and I can almost assure you that
You really
don't
don't.
want that either.
You really don't.
Fine then, if no one else would like the necklace, I will take it.
That's not what I said.
That's what it
I'll
sounded
be
like.
identifying this.
Well,
Puts it in, puts it in his back pocket.
I'm slowly siphoning some blood into the. We said 2 vials. Did you say, or is it 1?
I was just gonna give you one, unless you
Oh.
needed to.
Do you,
No, just slowly just siphoning that blood, and I'll ask him one more question. So, you Oni folk. I'll stare him straight into his eyes. You're from Levels, I hear. So what level are you from?
Please,
Breathe.
please, just let
Go
me
on.
die.
No. Why would I do that?
This is not an honorable way to go.
Oh, I can give you an honorable way to go, but just be kind.
yeah, I think
Answer my questions.
at this point, I think Roz is gonna cast Flaming Sphere on the Oni, and just leave it on him until he burns away.
Kieran,
No.
That's so
Kieran,
good.
since you're right there, please make me a dexterity saving throw as you suddenly there's a
It's
there's
time
a
for
sphere.
PvP.
Yeah, there's a sphere that just
Dexterity saving throw, you said?
comes into existence and
Well,
just
the
lands
Flaming
on him.
Sphere is 5 foot, so it would sit directly on him.
Yeah.
Oh no, unoccupied.
But I'm literally like over him,
Oh,
like
okay. I see.
like cradling him essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's
you-
good. It's good. I like it. I like it. Spicy.
Thematically, I like it where if you want to, you can cast it right above him and then let it drop.
Like a sun. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's fucking cruel.
and it's coming down. Dexterity
It's a
saving
17.
throw.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Escanor, calm down.
Still need to
You
finish that.
you remove your hand and you scuttle away as this flaming sphere lands, and the sound of screaming is brief, painful, and then all anybody smells is that of burnt flesh, followed by ash and charcoal.
I'll look
You
at
should have
look
said
at them.
sulfur.
And sulfur. I'm getting there.
I wasn't done.
Yeah, I think you were. You've done enough to
No.
him.
No,
You weren't gonna get anything else out of him.
he was literally answering my question, and then you burned him alive.
Well, better that than what you were doing. You were gonna keep him alive like that.
Yes, because he
we
was
were
gonna
going
lead him
to
back.
probably much worse, and that was for us to decide, not you.
Look, I sat there for 20 minutes watching you guys torture that guy. You got enough out of him. He deserved what he wanted.
And we deserved answers.
I mean, are
We
those
are quite
answers...
literally on the brink of an interdimensional war. I would
Oh.
like to remind you of that.
I'm distinctly well aware of that fact.
Then fucking act like it.
Do that one
Yeah.
more time.
Battles are won and lost on information alone, and you have just possibly fucked us all. And with that,
Yeah.
Scout's gonna start walking to the village.
Do it one more time, and I will show you what it's like to feel like your blood is boiling.
If that's what you the way you want to be about it.
Now stand up. Hat, the ash and dust, waking up, if you will, from the thing. In the passing moment, as I'm gonna try and walk after Scout. I'd like to look, or rather, like in the moment, because you know this audio is in front of me. I'd like to look directly at Jahi. Just look at her face for a second. Raspy,
Mm-hmm.
what's the difference? What's the immediate difference between these two?
Jockey's small, cute, and adorable.
Yeah, well that. But
That
Jahi seems less touched by the plains of hell
Hmm.
than this one was. The scent of sulfur was obviously more stronger on this one than Jahi. It is almost barely perceptible on Jahi because she has been out of that plane for a long time.
I'll take one step closer and look her like directly into the eye, like almost like a foot or two like this, and just come close to her. And I'll ask her, what do you see when you look into my eyes? And you'll see, as Kieran gets very close to your face, the kind of the red hue from his eyes kind of like fades. And the only thing you see is a pit of darkness. A swirling pit that does not end. What do you see?
Are you waiting for your response? Oh,
You can figure it out with Raspy.
Mhm.
she just kind of like leans back in a way, just like obviously very off-put by this situation. You have a lot of nose hair.
Jahi,
The frame by frame of TRH was hilarious to that.
Obviously, facing fear and awkwardness is joking is a way of doing it. You instinctively do that, but there is the lizard part of your brain that is almost
Crawling. clawing, crawling, squirming, uncomfortable, natural instinct.
Trying to get away as slowly as possible, like being in the eyes of a great white shark in the middle of the ocean and it approaching you. Whatever that blackness of eyes, whatever your perception is of looking into Kieran's eyes, what you see, what you glimpse for that brief instant, terrifies you in a way nothing has terrified you before. And then it's gone.
Her hackles just shoot back up.
And then it's gone.
Well, I'll get to trimming later then.
You do that.
I'll make sure the cat doesn't walk away. Give a little bow.
Rosalind.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, as they're all kind of getting up and walking away, Rosalind will have gone to the spot where the Oni was, and is just kind of like whatever ashes or charcoal or whatever remains there are, is kind of like scooping them up and putting them in her little satchel where she put the wolf's ashes.
Can I get a
and-
handful?
Kind of looks up at you weird. Just, why?
I have an idea.
I mean, these aren't. It's kind of. These aren't normal ashes. I mean, I guess. What are you gonna do with them?
Well, seeing as we didn't get to figure out where the Zoni was from, I'm going to try and do some of my work to figure out where they tie back to try and tie things together. And
Yeah.
having a piece of them would probably help, because then it can be used as a catalyst. It's a whole thing.
All right. Yeah. I guess do what you want.
He takes it, and puts it in a glass vial, and like, kind of covers his nose, because it probably smells like shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
Burned flesh.
Yeah. Just, I love the smell of just, what does it smell? Raspy, what does it smell like?
What, the ashes?
Yes.
It's a strange mix of sulfur you get, but it's as though sulfur has been left in.
A carbonated beverage.
I'm going to end you. The sulfur
I
has
love
been
carbonated
mixed
sulfur.
with like a frozen swamp water.
So it just smells like butthole. Straight up.
Pretty much. But you wanted a definitive, then it's swamp water, so decay, sulfur, but
It just
that
smells like
hint of-
ammonia.
Yeah, that hint of cold.
This guy smelled like a corpse before we killed him.
Pretty much.
Unique
Yeah,
for
he did
once.
stink.
Well, corpses can't help smelling what they smell like. You get used to it.
He only was a corpse for a few minutes. He stunk before he died.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Smelled
close
like
enough
he
to him
came
to
from
smell
level
him.
7. Kind of like
Johnny,
waves her
really?
hand in front of her nose and just kind of trails off.
So what would you like to do, party?
Look.
Well,
Yeah.
Rosalind was saying something. I cut her off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's just as yeah. I guess that bit over there is probably less stinky. It's probably got more meat in it.
I'm gonna take this intact bone.
I wasn't I wasn't wrong, right? I mean, just because we're fighting monsters doesn't mean we have to be monsters, right?
She just kind of like looks down at herself.
I don't agree with their methods now. I think there's a different way we could have gone about it. I don't know. I'm sorry to say. But I don't think you did the wrong thing necessarily. Despite the reception it had gotten.
It's difficult to explain. I'm not gonna say he was a good guy or anything, or didn't.
No, he was
deserve
an
what he got.
asshole.
No, he was. He almost killed me. Like, I'm not. But like,
You don't even know what he said to me.
no, I don't. Yeah. Was it that bad? I saw him spit on you.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Oh.
I got him back though. Spat on him
But,
later on,
But I don't know. It just the way I see it is if
Anyway, moving on. She
If-
starts
if-
to march off in the
yeah,
direction we need to go.
if a fire, they say when a fire goes out of control, it causes destruction, right? But like, it doesn't choose that. It just does what it does. Fire is what it is. But I don't know. Scout and Kieran, that was a choice.
But it
I don't know.
sounds, to me, it sounds like you're justifying the actions of the Oni as well through it being their nature. A fire doesn't choose what it burns because it.
No.
That is just its
sorry,
nature.
sorry. That was just a starter analogy, if you will. No, the Oni made his choices too. I'm just saying, if we're gonna do good in the world, then we shouldn't choose destruction in that way. I don't think. I don't know. I've me and my mentor kind of go back and forth on this stuff a lot. Sorry, it's I didn't mean to throw that at you out of nowhere. I'll be all right. Just been a weird day, you know.
Indeed. It is interesting. I'm giving you this heads up now. I'm going to be asking you more about your master. Eventually.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list, I guess.
But right now, we currently have a set of party members that are currently walking away from us. And I'll
That's-
be damned because I do not know how to get back.
Oh, that's fine. I at least know where the town is. You can go
Ah,
ahead.
right.
I'll meet up. I'm almost done here.
Right. I won't be far away. Kind of like squints at you.
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of finish doing what she's doing. Just kind of finishes up with another little like kind of prayer under her breath. She just, oh flame, please accept these ashes and embers, cleanse them of their wickedness, and may they be enkindled into a kinder world. And she'll just kind of brush off, stand up, get the snow and ice off of her like leggings, and walk after the party.
Did the flaming sphere just like melt a hole in the ice? Just Rosalind just falls through immediately.
Scared to death.
Just,
Yeah, it's all right. Apparently, yeah, no, the water on this ice doesn't do anything to you. It's fine.
you're never gonna let that go on.
No, I think she. I mean, she only left it on there long enough to like. you know.
Char someone dash.
Yeah, you know,
Classic.
it would have been elevated.
It's important to keep your flaming sphere elevated, otherwise you cause damage to the surrounding environment.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
We
I
have to be
forgot.
environmentally
Don't
conscious
wanna
here.
don't wanna melt the not
floor?
a pond, not yet a lake.
The pig.
I would hate to raise water levels by a centimeter.
Not
They had to cause this thing called global warming.
not
Ugh.
yet a lake.
I just want
Rosalind
fire.
singing to
I
herself
literally
right now.
want to cast just power word kill on each of you. Okay, I just want to.
But
So
It's okay.
yeah.
I cast it on myself every single day.
yeah.
Drown did, however, stay nearby, just like watching that like little prayer before like just ducking away. Like,
Hmm.
huh.
Didn't we drop a sun in the middle of this lake earlier? Never happened.
It wasn't a big sun. It's just a
It's a small one.
yeah.
I can drop a big sun.
Right, so I'm guessing you guys are walking.
Travel has commenced. You still have about half of a day to traverse to Frostreach. And
I'll, if you don't mind.
yeah, I was just going to describe what you will see as you continue to go.
I would also like to check on my child.
The rest of the pake.
The rest of the pake. So as you are traveling, you watch or not watch, but you see that not only are you going into a higher elevation, but the flora around you becomes sparse. Gnarled, wind-blasted pines cling desperately to life, their roots wedged into cracks in the rock. Only the toughest and most resilient creatures survive here, and the wildlife is as dangerous as the environment itself. In the distance, you hear the howling of packs of direwolves hunting in the multitude of frozen valleys. Their howls eerily carried by the wind. Giant mountain goats nimbly traverse the cliffs, but even they are prey to enormous winged predators that nest in the highest crags. And that is what you see as you were walking.
So, I'm guessing that's because Scout and I left a little bit early. We have a little bit of a head start. You guys are just following the trail because I am not hiding anything. The guy in front of me is hiding, trying to hide everything though. So at some point, I just say out loud.
Yeah.
You know, I know you've been looking at me for a while now. I thought I was following you, but you've been following me.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
And, I needed a moment.
Hmm.
I almost lost my cool there.
Cool there.
Cheerio.
He says the vein bursting.
I
in his
don't
forehead.
actually say that, but that's what's going through my mind right about now.
So, the question now lies in what are we going to do?
It is pretty difficult to plan when you do not have the information, and it looks like we're preparing for an invasion. How do 6 people stop an invasion of an army? Especially when they don't know what the target is.
It is quite the challenge, to be fair. But it's not impossible.
It is not.
We just have to pick our fights and play it smart. Well, do your name's honor, if you will.
In order to
How
scout...
you know what? Tell me, how did you get your name?
This is what I was called from when I was younger.
But how
Seems
does
very learning.
so your mom and dad? They named you Scout.
Da. Trained
No.
me to be a hunter. Ironic, isn't it?
There's an irony in that, and I like it. Huh. Fair enough. Well, they're coming up behind them. Behind us, if you can see, one of them is carrying a torch.
It'll be alright.
You okay?
I'll be fine.
Alright.
But it is very difficult to make headway when the first opportunity that you have is quite literally crushed in front of you.
Yeah. If there was something left, I could have brought them all back, but ash and dust.
I'll keep that in mind.
Hmm.
But yeah, you didn't even get the vial, did you?
No, I did it, and I show him like the vials here.
Can
You
we
keep
use
it
it
for
to strike
safekeeping.
others, or just that one?
Anything of the kin. Well,
What exactly does that mean?
you know, the thing that's so interesting about this is like, now that it's dead, now I can track the other kin. Because
So,
it doesn't have a direct line in the other him.
does that mean like family, or does that mean anything that is similar?
I'm not entirely sure if it's family specific. It's just, for now, from what I know and how it's worked in the past, it's just anything alike.
Like, will that not always lead you to Jahi?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. And I'll look like I'll like try to stand up a little bit, look over like the hill, and see like the 3 of them coming. I don't think Jahi has blue blood.
Has what?
Blue blood.
Oh, let's hope
So-
not.
That would be a
That was a
negative.
good play.
So
from
I
what
don't
understand.
think it works the same. We can
It's-
try it later when we have no other options left.
No, I guess we'll find out. Could be useful, since we have nothing at this point in time.
Hmm. But I am freezing my balls off, to be fair. So let's keep walking while they catch up. Like I am severely underdressed, but I'm not shaking.
Kieran is just naked.
I am just naked.
He's
I am just a boy.
freeballing it.
The naked man
As soon
fears
as I
no
take a sip
pickpocket.
of my water. Ah.
I was just holding the entire like vial in my hands the entire time.
Yeah. You don't know
Meanwhile-
where he gets his things from, but he stores them somewhere.
Meanwhile, Rob
You're a robot.
Meanwhile,
I
back
still
of
got
her
very
wearing
well.
essentially
Okay,
a skirt and just vibing.
Drown on fire.
Melting
he
the
just kind
snow.
of radiates
Cold.
heat.
Yeah, you guys are the heat squad for real.
How is it that
You see
you're the most
Drown's, like,
normal
wrapped in,
person
like,
out of all
long
of us?
ass, like ponytail around himself like a scarf.
How is it, Kieran, that you're the most normal person out of all of us?
That is quite crazy, one might say. Anyhow,
Alright.
To
So
be
are we
fair,
waiting for them, or
wasn't
are we-
Kieran like naturally cold? So like this is just reaching his own body temperature.
yes, exactly. That's why I'm not shivering.
So are we waiting for them to catch up, or are we continuing on our own for a little while?
Let's just walk slower and then we'll catch up.
Fine.
Oh,
You all finish the varied conversations. And after about a half day's travel, as the late afternoon hits, you see the very distant haze of what appear to be buildings. As you traverse farther, more and more of these building-like shapes come into focus, and the haze that is surrounding this place parts just enough for you to see it.
I swear to God, if they're collecting taxes, I will burn this place to the ground.
No,
What?
let me
Isn't it normal
finish.
to have them taxes? Like,
I am not in the fucking mood.
So, this, as you are approaching, this is Frostreach, hidden high in the upper parts of the Thunder Rock mountain range.
Thundercock Mountain Range.
The upper tier, known only as the Frostreach, has a hidden valley known as Edland. Edland is built around a large fortress, known for its colorful trees and its blacksmiths. The ruler is fair and just and respected by the populace. And the races live together mostly in harmony.
I thought you said racist.
No,
yeah, all the racists are they're having a
Yep,
good
the races
time.
live, yeah.
They have these weird hats that are shaped kind of like the mountain. It's
No.
weird.
God.
It seems as though the surrounding area is almost built into the surrounding rock face. The only entrance that you see is the one that you are traversing on. There is a semblance of almost like an arch that has been broken. It no longer connects, and the closer you approach, the more you see movement. There is a whistling sound. And then right in front of whoever is leading the party, an arrow lands 1 foot away in front. You hear very distantly, "Who goes there?"
Your mother.
Can I track where the arrow came from?
Mhm.
I'm gonna point the gun directly at them.
I'm getting a Monty Python reference here.
I outrange you.
Yeah, today's really not the day for this. Who the hell fires arrows before asking who's there? You could have hit someone.
I'm a terrible person. I just think of like the Widowmaker on a thing.
We don't get much travelers through here. State your business.
The
Traveling.
arrows probably don't help.
It's fucking cold!
Saving your fucking ass.
Shit, asshole! Tell us who you are and what your business is here. There's some there's some
travel.
mumbling. There's some mumbling followed by what you can only
Ice
assume
cream.
is a.
If they fire another arrow, I'm shooting. Straight up.
Can you let me? I'm trying to describe something. You guys keep cutting me off.
I'm telling you what I'm doing.
I know what you're doing. You're also cutting me off. There's a very, very, very muffled, what sounds like skirmishing, followed by a different voice. Slowly approach the gate Keep your hands where we can see them and identify yourself upon reaching 100 yards.
I'm really
Sorry.
bad at math. What's 100 yards? What's a kilometer?
What the fuck is
Uh,
a kilometer?
All I could
A
think of
European
was just
swallow.
like, yeah, I was gonna say that they're just gonna
This
pop
is a
up and
bug.
just be like, "Tell them we've already got one. We've already got one."
They're the fucking French.
And your
and you-
father smelled of elderberries.
Your
Raspy,
mother smelled of elderberries.
Raspy,
Yes.
how far away are they?
100 yards.
No. It seems as though the arrow that was fired, one, is slightly larger than what you would consider being launched by a even a longbow, and they are about 600 feet away.
600?
About 600
Yeah.
feet. Yep.
As Rosalind walks forward, she's gonna pick up the arrow out of the ground and just use produce flames to incinerate it. You're not getting that back.
The arrow is as big as you.
She uses produce flame a couple of times.
Okay, you grab it with two hands and you just use flame and you just start to burn it.
Are they using ballista to fire at us?
Looks like it.
Yeah,
Seems
that
as though,
seems
yeah.
Fucking
that
hell.
seems completely irresponsible.
We
Y'all wanna see
have
something?
Describe
women.
exactly the sort of area that this is.
Hmm.
And
You can
They
take
just-
the men, but let us in.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
let two old people leave here. Like, why are they firing ballista bolts at random people?
Y'all want
Oh,
to see
no,
something
unless
funny?
you get closer and identify yourself.
Y'all want to see
Not
something
Come
funny?
here and talk to us like men.
Y'all want to see something funny?
Do it.
Lower the gates for
John's just
tips.
gonna walk forward, not responding, and he's gonna wait for them to fire again.
Well, no, they told us to
Oh.
walk forward, didn't they?
Bro, it's doing the
With the
it's me
hands
if you dare.
up. Yeah, John's gonna hit me if you dare thing.
Just does that walking, and even though you guys were instructed to go within like
He's like-
300 feet.
Hit me.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Well, just
Are they-
shrug and just
Are they gonna
walk
shoot
along.
again?
No, you were instructed to keep walking, and as you get closer, there is you start to see what limited light is produced in this area from the overcast is supplemented by what appears to be torches that are evenly spaced out, almost as though they have sectioned out the range. And as you approach a certain point, you hear, "That's far enough! Please state your business or identification."
Drown takes another step forward.
There's a whistling sound.
Force,
And
for
then again,
wall
one
force.
foot in front of you. Boom.
Yeah, the wall force is 15 feet forward, so it just impacts and shatters. Just impacts the wall of force.
So you do
Imagine.
that, and then after 5 seconds, there's a and followed by another distant.
Have we been allowed in?
The goddamn Mounties.
What
And
happens?
What happens is, Drown, you see movement and several 1, 10, 20, 30 individuals on large horses, cavalry, come trotting out towards you. Some
this
with
shows
lances, some with what appears to be staves, and some that are carrying heavy crossbows, and they are heading towards you at a trot, and they will be here within a minute.
Gee.
Give me a crash course. What happened? I had to step out for a second.
I'm
What
Rosalind.
happened was a crash course of Drown and his
Yeah.
tendency of knocking.
Yeah.
No, I didn't knock. I put
I
up no
know,
fucking wall.
but
Rosalind's
this
just
is-
gonna,
this
like-
is Drown's entrance. He just goes in and it's just like, I am here. What are you gonna do about it? Thank you.
Basically, cavalry is coming.
Mm-hmm.
The cavalry is here, if you
I
will.
got that part.
Yeah.
They
Rosalind.
didn't approve
Yeah.
Drown taking another step.
Rosalind's gonna. Okay. Jesus Christ.
You going?
Okay. She's gonna just sigh and walk forward and just. I'm Rosalind, apprentice archmage of the Warden. My business is archdruid business. None of yours. I don't need to talk to you.
I give her guidance as she walks by.
There is.
Do you need?
There's the individual that called out to you. There is no response, but you watch as what you had seen in the distance, since Drown is farther ahead of you, is the mounted cavalry headed towards you.
Are they like speeding
Yeah.
up?
Seems to be.
Do they
Yeah,
show any
she's
signs
just
of
kind of
stopping?
like.
Rafkin?
Ask the question. Multiple people said something.
Do they show any signs of stopping?
Nope.
I'm gonna get ready to fire.
Yeah, I mean, she's just like standing there, like with her arms crossed, just like waiting for something to happen. If this dude fucking runs me over with a horse, we're gonna have a problem.
No, so seeing the people just standing around doing nothing, waiting for them to get closer. Right. We might want
What
to
are we
get.
going to do?
Might want to ready your weapons.
Are we really going to fight town's guards?
Yep.
I
Shit, at this
suppose
point, I'm
they're
gonna
fighting
start
us right now,
out
aren't they?
everybody.
Fellas,
This
this seems to be a
tastes
huge misunderstanding.
No, look, from my perspective, what I'm seeing is they are full on galloping towards us. No.
Mhm.
14.
Yeah.
Not straight like, but again, it's instead of walking, it's a
Javelin
It is a
forward.
gallop.
Brisk pace.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
Yeah,
are approaching.
Rosalind is just like, kind of, got like arms crossed, like hip cocked out, like almost tapping her foot, like impatiently, like she's just like.
Scout
They
knows
are,
full well that one wall of force can ruin these guys' days, but he's not gonna let Drown have all the fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they all just crash straight into the wall of force, just like a freaking
Mhm.
car pileup.
Mhm.
I'll touch the floor, and the spell that I cast earlier in the battle on top of the cliff face before, a small prickle of blood and darkness just sort of like makes its way into the floor. Just precautions.
They are walking towards us with purpose, you know?
I wonder why.
If they show any signs of attacking, Scout is going to start picking them off. I'm not in the fucking mood.
You all see as 5 individuals break off
that's easy.
and surround Drown, whereas the rest go and in a
Half moon.
basically like almost like Pac-Man, like a V formation, stop in front of
Ranks?
all of you, and
No.
one individual walks their horse forward, stops, gets off, hands the reins over to another rider.
Pretentious
And-
asshole.
Halt.
Pulls off their helmet, and you see a male human He's got a bit of gray around his temples. He's a little older, and slowly looks over all of you.
Not a single step.
Are you the adult in the room?
Am I speaking to other adults? What was with whatever he did? Points over towards Drown.
I'm gonna be real.
Identifying
I didn't
himself.
see it. I don't know what he did.
He walked forward.
And you shot at him?
Walked forward, didn't identify himself. We don't know you, nor do you know us. Do you just brazenly walk into everywhere you go? Without
shot at
identifying
us.
yourself?
Do you fire ballista at any travelers that come by?
When you've seen the things that I've seen, son, you shoot
Son.
first and ask questions later.
Well,
You
we
appear
have
young.
Right.
Shitty reaction.
Right.
You appear
Well,
young
I
to
mean,
him.
yeah, lucky for you, we're not really here to talk to you. I already introduced myself. If you want to see my badge, I guess, and I'll like pull out the sending stone that has it's like carved into the like effigy of like the archdruid. And she just kind of like pull it out and just like I already said, I'm the apprentice archdruid over this whole region. If you don't know who I am, then I really don't need to be talking to you.
Wrong one.
I thought you said round one, and I was like, shit.
No, not round
Or
one.
fighting.
You pull that off. You said you identified yourself. What is your name?
Rosalind.
Rosalind. And how did you acquire that? And he's pointing at your sending stone.
How does anybody acquire one? I was given it by my mentor,
And what
who I've introduced twice now, the warden.
You see his eyes widen just a little bit. May I see that? And he holds his hand out. I give you my word, I will not be taking it. I just want a closer look.
Yeah,
red
it's
flag.
yeah. You can take a close look, but it's not leaving my hand.
Very well. And he steps close, almost into your personal space, and he looks down at it.
I kick him in the balls.
Like, this guy is standing, like, in my blood at this point. Like,
He doesn't seem phased at all. Again,
no, it's fine.
this is
Doesn't
something-
know.
Yeah, I know. He may not know, but he doesn't seem to be phased. The air of confidence and authority around him is almost palpable.
If only I cared.
Damn.
Well, it has been some time since we've had any interaction with a member or even an apprentice of an archdruid. What are you doing out here? And he looks around. He sees Scout with some weird sort of thing, just very slowly training between different individuals. There is
No,
a
that's what I'm on
glowing
him.
weird thing from from Kieran. Obviously, there is a bunch of different mages that are surrounding Drown, and Drown doesn't seem to care because, yeah, and yeah. So just all of this, and
Also, Raspy,
what?
I asked you a question.
Oh, you asked me a question. 1 second. That's up to you. That is entirely up to you. If you are willing to have something that is traceable to your family.
Probably that's the thing. And seeing as he is further away from the party, yeah, he's gonna use it.
Okay. You can briefly show that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do that, there is some whispering, and then one individual, so you turns their horse and walks over towards wherever this individual is that's been talking to the rest of you. Hops down, walks over, and leans in and whispers something to the individual in charge. And he raises an eyebrow, looks over in your direction, and nods and makes a does a hand signal, and you watch as everybody, all of the mounted that were ready to fight, crossbows are put up, lances are put down, and they stand down and drown the mages that were surrounding you back up and go back into formation. They're still looking over in your direction, but they are no longer. Seems as though, Rosalind, you keep interesting company.
Yeah, a lot of them are kind of uncivilized, but you know,
I
you
take
deal
that
with
personally.
I mean, fine, but you know, you play with the cards you're dealt with. Yeah, we're here theoretically for whatever has you guys on edge. You know, you guys have been doing great up till now. That's why the warden kind of just been leaving you to your own devices, but things have changed.
Yes, we're aware. The incursion, it's the only thing we can think of. The appearance of these, and that's when he looks over towards where Jahi is, and his eyes narrow, and he snaps, and then at least 10 individuals with the heavy crossbows train them on her. I see you've captured one.
No, she's with us. If she was a problem, she wouldn't be here.
I don't understand.
No, well, you know, she's been useful. Just don't. She'll be fine. She's not a threat. Unless you poke your spears at her face, then she might have something to say about it.
You have to forgive me if I'm a little wary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's fine. Just take it down a notch. You're up here. I need you to be down here.
You know what? I don't think I like this fucker. I'm a flex item.
You can go ahead and flex
Fucking
if you
Roz.
want to.
Rosalind over here, like, if you don't start de-escalating, I'm gonna start escalating.
Called me an it.
I
said,
don't
that's the
know
worst you've been called.
what you are, only that beings like you have been appearing and trying to take over our town.
Oh, the human talking about going places and taking over the land there.
I'm starting
Rosalind
to
does
see
have
why
to-
you don't think of her as a threat.
Oh
Is
no,
there
no,
someone else we can talk to? I'm
Yeah,
kind of
no,
over
she's
you
great.
at this point.
Well, that would
Looks
be
like
kind
a
of
distinctly
difficult considering
non-human
the fact
party.
That I'm in charge of this.
No, well, that is very unfortunate. Can someone else be in charge for a short period of time?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works.
I appreciate your understanding.
Well, we'll have to agree to disagree. Now,
Yeah,
if
also,
you
is John
all
free to go now?
follow me, we can get out of this accursed cold.
You're the
Yeah,
one
that'd
that
be-
wanted us out here.
Yeah, that'd be great. Can we have some ice cream?
You want
I want to ride a horse.
ice cream?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard you guys were like famous for it.
We are.
He's not on his horse right now, is he?
He's not, but the horse is not
Steal
near
his horse.
you.
Do it. Do it. Steal the
Are
horse.
you gonna try to go
I
steal his
am.
horse?
Do it.
Well, I'm not necessarily gonna try to steal it, but I'm gonna try to ride it since he's not using it.
Well, it is about 20 feet away from you, and there's
feet, it's not
another
that far.
soldier that is on another horse holding the reins.
I don't care. Pass,
Yep,
let
I'm
it trace.
just gonna walk right past him, and I'm gonna be like, Pony.
Do you try and touch the horsey?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to also use this.
Okay.
Bitch.
So speak with animals. You cast speak with animals, and you what? Try to reach out to the horse.
Yeah. Let me ride you.
Let me ride you.
You are not my owner. How dare you lay your filthy hands upon me?
God, the
Stay!
horse is
You
worse than the
literally
other guy.
just shit all over the ground.
And you watch as the horse literally just goes up onto his hind legs and lashes out with you. Lashes out at
Nope.
you.
Nope. Hold up.
I'm assuming
I'm gonna
that
grab
a
his reins,
14...
and I'm gonna hold him down.
You can't have
14
his
misses.
reins. Somebody else is holding his reins.
Yeah, I can take it from him. It's a horse.
I mean, the horse could still kick you while you're holding
Yeah,
the reins.
exactly. Does an
Also,
18
14
hit
misses. You didn't say 18. You said 14.
you? Yeah, 14 was the first one. And then an 18.
The fucking
Horses-
horse can attack multiple times.
Multi-attack
Level is
horse,
this
let's
horse.
It does have 2 legs.
Yeah.
go. That's 4 to be fair.
Hands.
2 of them gotta stay on the ground for balance.
It's the weird and elusive like horse with like opposable thumbs.
He's holding a
The
fucking
horse
sword.
squares up.
Are you really gonna give this horse two
flips out
attacks?
2 daggers.
I'm going to again. It
No one will
flashed
ever
out-
believe
it
you.
flashed out twice. Obviously, the 14 doesn't go, but the 18 does 18 hit you?
An 18 would hit. So the horse legit does have 2 attacks.
So the horse itself does attack twice. Yes, but it literally hits you for 2 bludgeoning damage, and
I'm
then
gonna punch
it.
it in the fucking face.
Okay.
Oh,
You try to reach for the reins from this other soldier, and there is a rasping of steel as a sword is pointed directly into your face, and then from behind you, you hear the clearing of a throat.
Why come like all this is happening and I don't get an option to like punch the horse in the face?
You want to punch the horse in the face? Go for it.
Yes!
Give me an attack. Go
I
ahead.
said this.
I'm
I
sorry. I
am.
thought you said I took it to the face. 14
No.
hits.
Yeah.
We just all watch our little
I'm
Oni
not
friend just
hit that
go.
Yeah.
fucking.
She's not hostile. Punch
You
his horse in the face.
crack across this horse's face, and the horse
and it just dies.
falls over and like gets knocked. They're getting knocked over and and is on its side and is struggling to get up.
I look back at the guy. Your horse is a bitch.
And you struck my horse. Really? This is the. Yeah, and looks back over
Oh,
at
first off,
Rosalind.
He
What
hit
is
me,
going
and he also
on?
called me filthy.
Honestly, I have no defense for that. I don't know what's going on either, but I think going inside would be a good idea.
I don't want to ride your
Before-
horse anyway.
Before any more animals get assaulted. Yeah, I think she just wanted to
Mostly
ride the
because
horse.
he kind of was just standing in line, and then they all shat everywhere, and then it kind of fell into the shit. So I mean, have fun riding that back. And it just kind of starts walking past them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I'll say it after the session.
Fuck these fucking horses.
I'm in a loss right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that one. I don't know what she's doing. I think she just wanted to ride the horse.
You keep
Gas horse.
strange compatriots. But please follow
Yeah.
me.
And
Agreed.
you keep shitty horses.
I'll touch the
not
horse
letting-
on the way down. Let's touch it on the back.
I'm not lowering the Dovka at all. This thing is ready to go off at any point in time. They don't know
as
what it
you-
is.
Yeah, they don't know what it is. But after a little bit, seeing you not doing that and walking, keeping it trained on several of them, they start to get a little uneasy, and a
Good.
couple of
Good.
the heavy crossbows are
Perfect.
loosely held in your direction, along with a couple of the staffs from some of the magic casters.
Suffer.
Gotcha.
Scout, can we got them to chill out a little bit. Can we just be cool for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you do you. Sure.
They fired first. They're lucky I haven't killed them all yet.
Sure. Right. Okay.
Okay.
How is it I'm the civilized one?
What do you mean? I am civilized.
As the party is led into Frostreach, I think that is where we're going to end tonight's session. So you guys can plan on exactly what you're going to do between horse beating and, you know, taking on an army by themselves and, you know, just fucking around and wanting to find out because that's what this party does. I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. So thank you everybody for hanging out and watching, and tune in for next week, our fun little session before, you know, I would really like my yeah, can you do that? Perfect. Because it would be the last session before Thanksgiving, giving with the food holiday.
I'm gonna
I
make
think
so
it'll-
much turkey.
Lots of
It'll
turkey.
Order
also
20
be my
pounds.
birthday that day.
Ooh, all
Yeah.
right. So, you know, Scout's just going to shoot everybody and be and it's just going to crit on everybody. So, all right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye, nerds.
Odyssey, Odyssey, Odyssey,